What is up, everyone? My name is Michael Pohl with Bay Area Aquatics, and today we're going to be aquascaping kind of my 10-gallon cherry shrimp tank. This tank has been a tank that I have been meaning to do something with, but I just haven't. At first I didn't really plan on doing anything with it because I wanted to make sure I was actually going to be able to breed the cherry shrimp and they'd like not die in my care. And so I just kind of threw some rock piles in it, threw some moss in it, and that moss ended up having snails, and I'm not a big snail fan, and the tank's always dirty, and I try to clean it, but I always end up like trying not to suck up shrimp, and I've had some trouble with this tank. And one of the things that I've wanted to do is put like a little bonsai tree in it with like the moss on the top. I always think those kind of look cool, and I think it'd be cool to add some like, you know, some height, there we go, to the aquascape. And I was talking to Trent Weldon over at Weldon Aquatics, and he goes, you know, I've got one of those. If you're, you know, if you'd like it, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. So today's video is going to be sponsored by Weldon Aquatics. I'm going to link his channel down below, as well as I think put it up in the cards, which I think are like right in here. And I'll link it at the end of the video as well. So if you guys haven't, go check him out. He's an awesome dude, and does some good videos. So like I said, this tank's kind of dirty. It's kind of hard to get in there with like the where it's at with my razor blade and that. And I don't mind it on the back of the tank per se, but it's hard to get the glass clean on like all the edges. So I started off by just kind of draining the tank just a little bit, just so it doesn't overflow when I stick my hands in there. And got in there with a toothbrush and some blades and sponges and that, and kind of cleaned off the back wall and got as much of it as I could. I didn't get it perfectly clean, but I got a lot of it. I pulled a bunch of the snails out, although I'm still gonna have a snail issue in there. And I pulled a big piece of lava rock that I bought from Petco when I first got into the hobby. I like the look of lava rock. I don't use it very much anymore, but I like it in the shrimp tank. And I like that big piece because I wanted something big, but it's kind of like annoying in my tank at the moment. So I pulled it out, and that's kind of where I'm putting my tree. So it's got like a little bed of black lava rock, and the tree itself is weighted in that. I actually have two types of mosses in the tank. I have a Christmas moss that was like tied to a coconut shell, and then I have regular Java moss that came with the shrimp from the breeder. And so I pulled the Christmas moss and I put that on the tree. I shoved the Java moss and the cholla wood or cholla wood, or however you say it, off to the side because I'm not a big fan of Java moss. I prefer the Christmas moss. And I attached the Christmas moss to the tree. I didn't have enough of it to completely cover the tree, but it's growing. When I got it, it was only like, you know, quarter size or whatever, and it's this big old like ball now. And so hopefully it continues to grow. A bunch of little pieces kind of fell off of it, and so they're all laying in the tank, and I need to go back and clean them up now that the tank's not so like dusty and dirty. I also went ahead and cleaned the sponge filter. Those needed a cleaning. I haven't touched those sponge filters in probably a while. I also know it's an oversized sponge filter. It just so happened to be the one I had at the time, and I wanted to get the tank started and cycling. So I had ordered the shrimp, so I really needed to like get it moving. And so I just shoved it in the tank. I didn't have time to wait for a sponge filter to come and show up. I probably need to cycle a new one day and then swap it out that's smaller, but for right now, I'm not doing anything crazy in that tank. I like the bonsai tree in it so far. I'm probably gonna leave it for a little while. I'm thinking of ordering some Siru or Siru stone and some spiderwood pieces from the co-op. I'm tempted to try their new nano sets that they've been putting out. Their bulk, it's like 5 pounds of little tiny rocks and then a bunch of little like spiderwood twigs in that. I've also just ordered some pieces from Houston Manzanita for some other tanks, and I'm really excited for those to come in. I actually spent a good chunk of money with Adam over there, mainly for the 75, so that's going to be really fun, hopefully soon. So I'm tempted to go that route, but I do love the look of the bonsai trees, and especially with the moss, and I'm just not good at aquascaping. I'm not good at making it look good, so it looks better than what it was. I'm still not like 100% satisfied. I might do some of those rocks from Corey at Aquarium Co-op and then try to incorporate the tree in it because I really do like the tree. It looks really cool. I might order some more moss just so I can like fill it up a lot quicker. I want to do some like stem plants and stuff in one of the corners, but again, I'm not too sure. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of an update. You guys keep saying you want me to talk more about my shrimp tank, and I don't, just because I don't like the look of it. My shrimp breed, there's several buried females in there. I've had them for almost a year now, not quite, probably more like 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, somewhere in there. I ordered him from Shrimp Aquatics. I believe he's got a YouTube channel, but I know he's still active on Facebook. If you're looking for some bred shrimp, oh, there's my Google.
There's a reminder for Michael.
There's a reminder for me. If you need some homebred shrimp, he's an awesome guy over there. He was super helpful with making sure I was ready to go start to finish, and then had them sent, and they were packaged great, and super happy with my order. So if you need some shrimp, go ahead and check him out. I'll link him down in the description below. It's not sponsored by him or anything. He doesn't even know I'm putting him in the video, but I'm really happy with my shrimp and how they look. So let me know if you have any ideas for my tank. I know I've been asking for a lot of help lately, but I'm just kind of not the best at actually making the tanks look good, and I really want my tanks to look good. I've been talking to some people. There's a guy local to me out of San Ramon that's been kind of telling me about some CO2 and stuff like that, so I might get into that. I don't really have space to put a CO2 canister on my shrimp tank, but on my 75 I've got a spot that I could shove a CO2 canister in. So maybe we'll go that way when we get to ordering plants after we get the wood in here, but not sure yet. So let me know in the comments, do you guys keep shrimp? If you do, what type of shrimp do you keep? What size tank do you have them in? What does the tank look like? Are you a breeder, or are you like a super fancy aquascaper and you have them more for looks? Let me know. Also, if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you know what to do. And if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a video like this. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.